Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are, together again on the radio. I received all three of these not-too-long emails at almost the exact same minute, and we were not talking about this subject on the air at the moment these people decided to write. It's some weird confluence of circumstances. Confluence, look it up. Serendipitous, almost. Look that one up, too. What am I, a dictionary? Look it up. Try cracking open a book once in a while. You'll see a lot of words in there. It's amazing. But, yeah, here they are. 3 emails. All relating to something I care about, and for some reason, these 3 people all wrote in at almost the exact same time. Andrea writes in and says, Tom, I have listened to your show off and on since you've become a part of the Phoenix airwaves. I appreciate a lot of what you have to say. Being a woman, I sometimes take offense, but mostly think you address things that allow men to be a bigger person in the relationship. I have a direct question for you. What is your opinion on men who date women who have children by another man? Obviously a new listener. I am very curious about this because I am an attractive, professional, smart 25-year-old who has no qualms about putting out, cooking for my man, and contributing finances to the relationship. By no means am I clingy or anything, but all too often I have been dissed by my man and found out later he's with a woman who has children. I mean, do they have phenomenal, I'm going to have to edit this email. Do they have phenomenal sexual abilities that I'm unaware of? What is the attraction? Respectfully, Andrea. My opinion is not that they are necessarily wonderful in bed. I think a lot of them are lousy in bed. I think they are available. They're easy to get. Single moms spend so much time with their kids, whether it's doing homework or watching Shrek 3D on the same DVD over and over and over, going to theme parks, going to soccer practice, talking to other moms, going to Chuck E. Cheese, whatever they're doing. But when they can get a man to spend half an hour pounding them, they take them up on it. Now, I know this from experience, although my experience now tells me not to do that anymore. But I do believe there's a lot of single mothers out there who require very little in the way of dating or courtship. They don't even have time for that. Like, the little bit of time they have, you just back them up against the wall, you can go for it. Bottom line. So, when a man is screwed around behind your back with a single mom, I don't think necessarily these guys want to be the daddy. It's just that single moms frequently are easy. Was there a movie in the 90s called Earth Girls Are Easy? Single moms are easy. Here's another one. These all coming in about the same time. Hi, Tom. I'm a new booty to your show. This is Angelina writing in. She says, I've been listening to you for the past week and enjoy it. However, says Angelina, I need some clarification as to why you advise men not to date single mothers. I'm pretty sure you've given your explanation already, but to date I still haven't heard your reasons. With all this being said, I'm a 28-year-old single mother myself. Just wanted to get a better understanding of your, I don't think this is a word, encounterments. What does that mean? I don't know if you're speaking on behalf of all single mothers or what, but if you are, I personally think it would be appropriate if you rephrased your words and be a little considerate of other single mothers that might be mistaken as this bad seed you're portraying. Don't get it twisted. I ain't knocking you for your self-experienced motives. What does that mean? No idea. But I am putting, by the way, I'm reading this the way it's written, putting you in check with the selection of words you choose to convey / teach your students / sons. Love your show, Angelina in San Diego. Well, I don't completely understand all the words in your email, Angelina. And I own a dictionary. But we don't use the word all. All I'm saying is that I do not recommend that my boys date single mothers for any number of reasons. One is you've already got kids. If the condom leaks or slips or breaks, we know what you'll do. You'll have the baby. And then that guy will be on the hook for 18 or more years to you. Also, and we're not knocking you for this, you put your kids first. Most guys want to be first in a relationship. First. Don't want to come second to your kids. Don't want to have to wait until you can squeeze us into your schedule. We want in when we want in, and that's that. When you have kids, we can't have that. It's that simple. So I tell the boys, no single moms. Don't do it. And then Henry wrote in. Again, these all came about the same time. My dearest Tom, I'm a 26-year-old musician from L.A., so I meet a lot of women. He's one of these guys who thinks that a lot is one word. A-L-O-T. A lot. Actually sounds like the name of a town in Israel. 2 soldiers were killed in a lot today. A-L-O-T. I listen to your show all the time, and I follow a lot of your advice. A-L-O-T. I'm usually in tune with what your philosophy is and what you are all about. I am well versed in the 101 course, but I need a refresher. I know that one of the 101 rules is not to date a single mom, but I recently started vibing with this really gorgeous 28-year-old single mom. She is smart, cute, and is really good to me so far. I know she does not want to have any more babies because, you can take this to the bank, she told me so. He says, I guess I believe her. Believe is spelled B-E-L-E-I-V-E. I before E, except after C. I have not slept with her yet. It seems that she just wants a cool dude to date, comma, have fun. So can you please remind me of why this is a no-no in the 101 book? Your reply is much appreciated. Love you, Dad. Sincerely, spelled S-I-N-S-E-R-E-L-Y. Sincerely, Henry. Well, Henry, let's review. She had a baby, or I don't know how many babies she's had. But she says she doesn't want any more babies is not good enough. It's not good enough. Women will say anything they have to say to get you into a relationship. And if they think you don't want kids, they'll say they don't want kids. You don't want babies? I don't want babies. You like to breathe in? I like to breathe in. You like water? I like water. You like waking up in the morning? I like waking up in the morning. They'll say anything to get you in the door. Then once you're in the door, oops. No single moms. None. Your reaction to these 3 emails. Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Oh, man, it is good to hear your voice.
Yes, I know.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Lenora on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Lenora.
Long-time listener. I just have to say, for all the other students out there, single mothers don't have time for anything but their kids. I am married. I have triplets by accident, Tom. But
That was after you accidentally forgot to use birth control?
actually, it was a defect. The doctor said I couldn't have kids for the longest time, and all of a sudden, I got pregnant.
And you believed him?
He was there when the doctor said that.
Yeah, but the point is that I think this is one of the most misdiagnosed situations that women run into. How many times have I heard women say, I was told I couldn't have kids, and oops, I got pregnant? Anyway, go ahead.
Too many, but I was supposedly supposed to end up not keeping the kid anyways, and it turned out to turn triplets, and I was told that if I was to get an abortion, my body would fatten up, and the last thing I wanted to do was get fat. No, I wanted to keep my husband happy for me. This was long after.
So you had triplets in order that you wouldn't get fat.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, I've actually stayed.
Who is this doctor anyway? Did you check his license to see if he's actually an MD?
Yeah. May have made a misdiagnosis.
Maybe made a couple.
Anyways, but
I mean, why would you trust the guy who told you you couldn't get pregnant and then you did?
It was him and I had already been married, so there was nothing that was going to change our relationship.
Now, having triplets changed your relationship.
Yeah, our sex life really sucks. I'll admit to that.
Mm-hmm. And you're only 23.
Yeah.
And you got married merely because you had babies.
No, we got married long before that.
Why?
Because we wanted to. It was the thing that we thought would be cool.
Can I tell you something? When I was 10, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to drive a car. That's what I wanted. Now, if my parents gave me the key to the car and allowed me to drive it, would that have been a good thing?
No.
No, but I wanted to do it.
True.
Right? Just because you want to do something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, does it?
No.
Right. So there really wasn't a good reason to get married, was there? In fact, it was not a good idea, was it?
No, at the time we thought it was, and
that's because you were young and immature, didn't know what you were doing.
That's very true.
And now that you're 23, still a bit immature, do you think it was a good decision?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Now the truth comes out. Okay.
I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Tend to my husband.
Tend to your husband.
Dinner.
Squeeze him in between the triplets.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do when you're a wife.
Oh, boy. You're only 23. You sound 63, dear.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tom.
All right. Thank you for depressing all of us tonight. 23. Gotta go. 1-800-5800-TOM. Evelyn on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how are you, Tom?
Good, Evelyn.
By the way, I'm Latina, and I know you love Latinas.
I do.
Oh, wow, great, thank you. Well, about the topic, my brother married a broad with 4 kids,
Oh.
Biggest mistake ever. First of all, I don't even consider him my brother anymore for doing such a stupid mistake.
Oh, boy.
I know. And he lives in Arizona, so... Yeah, but, first of all, they have baggage, as it is. The guy their baby's father will never, ever, ever get out of their life. They're always going to be around, so I don't know why guys would even want to be around that.
Because they're idiots. That's why.
Exactly.
They're idiots.
That's what I'm saying. Goodness, what a disgrace. And
so what, he's going to stay there forever, or is he going to get out?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him since he married her.
How long ago was that?
About a month ago, probably.
How old is he?
He's only 22.
22, and he married somebody with, what, 4 kids?
Yeah, she's 28 with 4 kids. Her oldest kid is about 12 or something like that. I don't know. Can you believe that, Tom? What? I wish you would have
Amazing.
heard it before.
She'll be a 35-year-old grandmother.
Oh, my goodness, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so guys are idiots sometimes. And you know what? He had a girlfriend that had, like, completely no baggage, took care of him, everything. I don't know.
I guess he figured he didn't deserve that.
I guess so. And he only knew the girl for a couple of months, and then he married her.
Wonderful.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, well, won't be long before she'll be having his kid. Write that one down.
I know. I don't even want to think about that.
It's coming, if it hasn't happened already.
I know.
She could be pregnant right now.
Ew.
Ew.
Gross. But yeah, Tom, I just want to let you know that I love your show. I think you're great.
Thank
and, yeah, good job. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the call. Jesse on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tommy, how you doing?
Doing okay, Jesse?
Hey, got a good story for you. I met a woman about 7 years ago, and she had a little 3-year-old boy, and I thought, that'd be cool, having a little kid around, and nice kid, this and that. Well, I figured out I didn't know about you back then. I wish I did, but long story short, we dated, and then we had a little one together. We dated off and on.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, I thought it was a thing to do. And
why did you think that?
Oh, I just thought that, having a little one around, it'd be fun.
You had a little one around. Why did you need to have another one that would be your burden?
Well, that was the problem is right when, we split up, I was done and over with it, and then you get that call, she's going to have your
because you weren't using birth control. You weren't using it.
Actually, I was using birth control.
You were using a condom.
Was using a condom, but she's one of those ones that she poked that little hole in there.
Uh-huh.
And she's now we have a 6-year-old daughter, but and she's the love of my life. But let me tell you, if it wasn't for that, you gotta have a little one. But now I'm dealing with, I have 50-50 custody with her, right down the middle. But I still pay child support, still pay out the ass with that, and it's just a pain in the butt. She doesn't work at all.
So I'm assuming you had the DNA test done, and you found out you were really the father?
Oh, boy, yes, I did. And I totally agree with you that should be every single time there's a baby born, it should go, they should have a blood test, And because I got to sit with this for the next, 12 more years, deal with this.
And pay for it.
And pay for it. And I sit there she sits there saying, I don't need a man to take care of me, but she's there on the first of that month with her hand out.
That's right.
And
they love saying how independent they are, and then they need your money.
Oh, man, it is the worst. And I just sitting there, and I hand her that check every month going, I can't wait till when she's 18 so I can tell her just off. Because for any guy, it is not worth dating a woman with a child at all. It's the worst.
Well, hang on. Why don't you tell that to Ryan, our next caller. Ryan, tell Jesse what you were about to tell me.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
How much, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing this 20-year-old I met in Vegas on New Year's, right? And she lives near me, and I live in Corona. And it happened, she's 20 years old, and she has 2 kids. But she's smoking, and even after she's months into having
the other 2 guys who knocked her up thought the same thing.
Well, she told me it was the same guy. And as soon as he found out that she was about 2 months pregnant with the second child, he bailed. But the catcher was they had to get married because, like, she's a Hispanic family, and the parents wouldn't let them live together if they didn't get married. So she was 20 years old, married, 2 kids, still currently going through the divorce. But the guy has nothing to do with
and
the
you
kids.
love being around all that drama, right?
No, well, it's like I don't have to see her all the time. You know, she has a babysitter and she can hang out.
And what happens, by the way, when the condom falls, leaks, drips, whatever?
He's gonna.
I don't know. I mean,
you don't care.
She's hating that she has the 2 kids. I mean, she can't do it.
What happens when the condom leaks next time? Or when you decide to use the pull-out method, which is probably what you're doing anyway.
Well, I'm hoping the last guy didn't know about the Maybe I can try to bust that, but...
do you use condoms?
Yes, I do every time.
Uh-huh. And what happens if the condom fails?
Then I guess if all worse happens, I have to go with the Hail Mary. And just hope.
Jesse, what do you think about what Ryan is telling us here?
Well, the chick, she's 20, has 2 kids already. There's 3 problems right there. And I've been there before, and you think, oh, well, heck, it's a good piece. But, you know, there's so many more out there. I would leave that woman with a heartbeat. She is not worth it all, especially with 2 other kids. The kid's not the problem. You know, that's sort of a problem, but it's that woman that's the big problem because you got to deal with her. And, and then also 2 other dads. And also, on top of that, dealing with her problems, and then you're taking care of these 2 other kids. And if something does happen, you're going to be taking care of your kid and also 2 other kids and also 2 other dads. You know, it's... I don't want to deal with all that. She's just and like, I mean, she had a kid 2 months ago, and she's already down to, like, I would not even, if she had a kid, it looked like she's had 2 kids at all. I mean, I was like... Maybe it's because, like Tom said, Hispanics, they do stay young-looking. I mean, for the most part, she is smoking. But well, my daughter's mom, she's Puerto Rican. She's a hot girl, and I like that too. But let me tell you, as they say, psycho women are the best in bed, and it's crazy because you're in Vegas. There's women everywhere, and you could find a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old with no kids. And,
I know, man.
And they're all over. Don't step in my shoes where I got to deal with looking at this woman once a month. Actually, I got to
tell Ryan how many more years of child support you got to pay, Jesse.
12 more years, and I am 50-50 custody joint, right down the middle. It's equal. But because she doesn't want to work, I got to pay her more because I'm a hard worker. I work over 40 hours a week to take care of my daughter. And I'm also taking care of her daughter, you know. And it's not worth it.
Wait, you're taking care of her daughter because you were ordered to by the court?
Ordered to by the court, you know, because it's supposed to...
This is what I tell you, boys. By the way, Ryan, even if you don't have any kids with this chick, you could be held responsible for child support for her kids.
Yeah. No way. How
Jesse, tell it.
It's the honest to God truth. You sit there and you think, but it's just like I said, I got 50-50 joint right down the middle, but because she doesn't want to work and I work, they take a percentage of what I make and what she makes, and so she doesn't work at all. So I think,
damn, what am I supposed to do, Tom?
Stop banging the chick.
Yep, stop banging her. And you know what? Don't talk to her. Don't return any phone calls. Hey, Vegas is huge. There's no reason why.
Ryan doesn't live in Vegas. He lives in Corona, California.
We both live in Corona, but I met her in Vegas on New Year's.
Okay, well, you know, Corona's nice too. You could find, you know what? I would just run. I mean, hey, it's okay to run. You know, don't think because, you know what?
He thinks he can't. He thinks he can't get a nice piece of ass, so he thinks he has no choice but to stay.
Well, at the same time, I mean, I do work a lot. Like, I work 60 hours a week, too.
Yes, you have no time to look for a piece of ass. Might as well just keep taking this big chance all the time.
Well, what's going to happen is you're going to be working 60 to 70 hours, and she'll be sitting there with your money.
What is her career, Ryan? What does she do for a living?
Well, she's like a customer service representative for the city of Corona. I don't know exactly what that is, but...
Sounds very promising.
Yeah. Well,
sounds like something that's going to require you to pay up.
Exactly. And don't think it won't happen because I thought it wouldn't happen to me, and it did. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. I love my daughter, but, you know, and that's why I'm glad I have 50-50, so I could teach her, you know, the other ways of treating a guy and the right way to do it. And because if my daughter was with her mom 100%, that would be another guy ruined here later on in the years, and I don't want that to happen. But it's just like I coach high school football, and I tell my boys, like us 101, you know, I tell them all the rules. You know, women, they're dream killers, and I was going to be a cop, and she killed that for me. You know, they'll kill you. They're dream killers.
Yeah, all right. I guess I got to just. Oh man, one more.
No, you're done.
One more.
You're done, Ryan.
You know, right when you leave, you'll be bummed for a little bit. You know what? There's just one right around the corner there. I'm dating 2 girls right now that have no kids, and you know they don't want any kids right now. And I think it's perfect. And you know, it's the way to go. You don't get messed up with a girl with kids. You know, the kids are not the problem. It's more likely the woman. That's why they're single anyways.
Well, no doubt about that. Jesse, Ryan, thank you for the calls.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Yeah, I don't believe that chivalry's dead. I just think it's wounded. I'll open a door for a woman, but by the same token, I'm expecting something in return.
Yeah, see, I open a door for a woman if I think she's about to unzip my fly.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM. It's John on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
Hey, I just wanted to, throw an important point.
Yes.
The reason marriage to a single mom doesn't work is because a lot of times the child will have resentment toward the new father. You have to keep in mind that the child doesn't want the new dad or the new boyfriend. The child wants his original dad. The child, you know, normally wants, you know, the parents to be together, the original parents, the birth mother, the birth father.
Right.
So if you think a mother-in-law is bad in a marriage, you should try taking a look at it, basically a child who basically sees the incoming father or the incoming boyfriend as the enemy. I just wanted to make that quick point.
I think it's a very good point. I'm glad you did. Gary on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm okay, Gary.
Good. Yeah, I got married at 22 to a woman with 3 children.
Oh,
Knew
boy.
her for about 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm 34 and got divorced. My divorce was final December 11th. As soon as her kids were all but raised, all of a sudden I wasn't good enough, and I was the cause of all of her problems.
Oh, boy. You didn't have kids with her, did you?
No, actually, she was pregnant one time, but she lost the kid. Actually, it was twins, and to this day, I'm still not sure if she's pregnant, you know, because her last 2 kids' father, his new wife was pregnant, so it could have very easily just been an attention getter.
Oh, boy. Wow. So what would your recommendation be to others who might be considering this?
No, first, it's a really bad idea because, you know, like the last guy said, you know, you've always got to deal with the kids telling you, you're not my father, you can't tell me what to do, or, you know, my dad doesn't talk to me that way. You know, no matter what you say, it's wrong. And if the child gets upset, then the mom gets mad at you, or the mom's mom, the mother-in-law. You know, no matter what you do is wrong, you know, because the kid goes to grandma's house, tells them how the new boyfriend, the new dad, is disciplining him.
Right.
You know, there's no winning there. And, you know, but you're the one that's got to pay all the bills, you know, because they got to stay home and take care of the kids.
I think you're absolutely right, Gary. Thank you for that. It's Grace on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm okay, Grace.
Boy, listening to this, I don't get what you see about Latina girls. Really, I don't.
Well, everybody has their own taste.
In
some cases, their own fetish.
The face of the planet.
The biggest what?
Whores.
Oh, that is not even close to true, dear.
No, it's true. All that those.
How many have you dated, darling?
None. I have half a brain.
Well, dear, but the bottom line is you haven't dated any women, and you certainly haven't dated any Latinas, and I can tell you...
You could have all the sex that you want with them, but when you're done with them, throw them back over the border where they belong.
Oh, please, Grace, come on.
They're the biggest hypocrites on the face of the earth.
Why do you say that?
Because they can't use birth control because of religious reasons.
That is not limited to Latinas, and believe me, if you listen to this show, we hear people of all stripes calling in here who do the exact same thing.
It's ridiculous.
You don't have to be Latina to do that, believe me.
No. Okay.
Plenty of white trashers out there who do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Plenty.
They move the entire family in after they get you.
Dear, I've been married to one Latina. I have had live-in relationships with more than one, and I am telling you that I don't know which branch of the Ku Klux Klan you belong to or where you get your sheets laundered, but I can tell you that your comments are outrageous and racist.
Okay.
Based on complete ignorance.
Okay. Was to agree with you that guys should not date women with kids. If you're going to have sex with someone, it's cool. Don't have sex with someone that lets sex ruin their lives. 23-year-old girls with 3 kids, it's over for them. It's done.
I agree with you on that, but your racist comments I don't agree with at all.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You know the definitions of the word slut and the word bitch, right?
No.
A slut is anyone who's had more sex than I've had. You know what a bitch is?
What's that?
A bitch is a slut who'll sleep with everybody but me.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Kristen on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I'm 23 and I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I don't have any kids. I don't want any kids.
Great.
The one thing that keeps bothering me is that I hear everybody calling up here and saying things, but sometimes there's those guys, and not every guy's like this. Part of it might be my problem that I keep meeting guys like this.
Like what?
But they're the type of guy that that never has a job, never has any money or anything like that, or has a job, but just I don't know. Maybe it's because they're like an only child and they're in love with their mom or something, but they just want that female that'll take care of them for the rest of their life, and so they think the answer is to try to get them pregnant. I've had a couple guys I've dated who have tried to get me pregnant, and one of them did, and I went and I got rid of it because, I'm not going to put up with that. I don't want it.
Why did you let that happen in the first place?
I didn't want to let it happen. I didn't.
So he raped you?
No, but
guy can't make you pregnant unless he rapes you.
No, we were using condoms and everything like that, but.
So how could he make you pregnant if he was wearing a condom?
Because he kept asking to get pregnant. So I believe that he probably put a hole in it or something. But he always wanted kids, and I said, I don't want any kids. I don't want any kids.
Well, if he said that, why did you have sex with him?
I don't know, because sometimes.
Because you were dear. Listen carefully. You were stupid.
Maybe, but sometimes sex is good. You have to admit.
I don't care how good it is. When some guy keeps telling you he wants to have a baby, it's time to go.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's gone.
No. He's gone now, but not until after he impregnated you, and then you had to go down there and get and pay for an abortion.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have taken care of that before it happened.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
And that's what you learn. That's what really bothers me. Everyone's calling, going, but like these girls that are having numerous and numerous kids with them, with different men or the same guy, there's a problem in that. If you're going to go and get in a relationship with someone, that you're going to have to know that they're going to eventually have another kid, or they're going to try and make you have another kid.
Well, that's what I always say.
Yeah, what do they think is going to happen when they get in this relationship with?
So that's why I tell guys not to get involved with single mothers. Period.
Yeah. And then I don't understand. And then and it looks even bad. Women are like, "Oh, this is such a horrible thing to be talking about." A lot of people, when you start watching daytime television shows where they have those women who have 7 kids, they have no idea who's the father for even one of them.
Oh, believe me, I've seen them. Jessica on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm okay, Jessica.
Actually, I was calling to ask you about the opposite situation. What do you say to females who are dating single fathers.
There's a big difference. Men can't get pregnant. A man will never call you 6 weeks after a date and say, remember you met me at a bar, and we went out, and, like, we went back to your place, and we had sex, and, well, one thing led to another, and, oops, I'm going to have your baby.
Well, I know.
It's not the same.
Huh?
It's not the same.
So, because my boyfriend and I just broke up, and I'm heartbroken, but it was because of his 2 exes and his 3 kids.
Well, why do you have a boyfriend at 23?
You know, it's my second boyfriend. It's not a normal occurrence. But
it's not a good idea ever, dear. Not until you've achieved your dream, whatever it is. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.